Hello, all you mathematicians. You're not really going to see my face too much because I had to get really close to this whiteboard. So the Chromebook is like pretty much right on top of it. And I wanted you to be able to see it because I need you to be able to see me drawing on here as best as you can. So I moved it up and I'll probably even try to go a little bit closer now that I showed you. Okay. So what we're doing today is we're drawing angles. Now you've been using your protractor for measuring angles. But what happens if I only give you one side of a ray and I tell you to draw an angle? How would you do that? Now you're going to be doing that using your protractor. Okay, so I'm going to show you how, and it's actually pretty simple. All right, and a lot of you are probably going to be very good at it. What you will need is your protractor and a straight edge. A ruler is best, but like I said, I can't find mine. I'm using an index card. Even a book on hand is also fine. And you will need a pencil. So what I'm going to teach you how to do is draw angles. So the first one we're going to do is I am going to draw a 45-degree angle using ray KD as one side. So see how I drew ray KD? Today on your practice problems, one part of the ray will be drawn for you. So this part will already be drawn. You now have to draw an angle that measures 45 degrees. So what you're going to do is you're going to do it, line this protractor up just like you would if you were measuring an angle. So this line is going to go on my vertex, and this will lay on my baseline. So I'm going to put this on my vertex and lay this on my baseline. Does everyone see that? Okay, so my baseline is on here. It's exactly in line with 180. Now I have to draw 45 degrees. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go, my arrow's pointing this way, so I'm starting over here. 0, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, plus another 5. So I'm at 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. My pen is on the 45 tick mark. Right at the top here where the 45 tick mark is, I'm going to draw a little line. It may be hard to see. See how I drew that little line? That is where 45 degrees is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my straight edge, and I'm not going to draw a line yet until I have this all figured out. I have to get this line to match up to my vertex. So I'm going to start at my vertex here until I find this line. And I'm not going to draw anything yet. I'm going to see how it works. Oh, this is going to match perfectly. And when I'm going to draw this, I'm going to draw this line. I'm going to make my arrow. And I made a 45-degree angle. And if I go back to check, I see line this up, line on the baseline. Oh, wow, this is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45 degrees. Do you see that? It's an acute angle. I lined it up with the vertex and the baseline. I went to 45, made a little tick mark, and drew my line. So I did this problem. I'm going to skip down to this one just because of the way I set this up. So I promise we'll go back to that. Now this one, I'm making a 12-degree angle using ray HI. Hi. But I had to do HI, because when we draw rays, it's like this. Remember? And your endpoint is always the first letter. So my endpoint HI. Now I have to draw 12 degrees. So, sorry, I have to go across this screen. I line this up. Actually, I'm going to come around to the other side. Give me 1 sec. Okay, this is easier for me. I'm going to line this up right on the vertex and lay this part right on the edge. So I have it really straight. Now I have to go 12 degrees. So I'm going to start, my arrow's over here. So I start at 0. 0, 10, plus 2 more tick marks. Ready? 11, 12. I'm going to put a dot right where that 12 is. A little dot. You see that? Here's my dot right here. It's very hard for you to see, but I promise it's there. What I do, this is a little bit harder. I take my index card and I figure out, okay, I'm going to start here. I like to put my pencil right on the vertex and then move my index card around to try to get right to there it is. And then I connect. And I make my arrow. And that's a 12-degree angle. A 12-degree angle is small. And now I will check it. Put this back on my vertex, lean right on my baseline. Ooh, see, that is not straight. Right on my baseline there. 10. You can't really see it that great because you're not as close. 10, 11, 12, right there. Awesome. So I just made a 12-degree ray using one side HI, and I made the other. Okay, so now we're going to try 160 degrees. So I'm going to set that. Okay, I have this set up, and I am going to make an 160-degree angle using ray YZ. And you have nothing on that paper, and I'll show you how I do it. All I do is I make a straight line with my straight edge. Ray Y. And I remember, just put another endpoint, YZ. Okay, now I need to make 160 degrees. Line this up with my vertex. Line this edge with my baseline, vertex and baseline. My arrow's going this way, so I start at 0. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160 degrees. So 160 is also with the 20. So I go to 160, right where this long line is. I'm going to put my dot, my little line there. Okay, so you see that? I drew my little line. Now all I do, I like to put my pencil on the vertex there, put it down. Now I could just move this ruler or whatever you have. It's my index card. And I'm going to move it until I get right in line with that. Draw a straight line. Make my other ray. And then I am going to check that. Vertex, baseline, 160 degrees. It's an obtuse angle. And that is how you draw angles. So it's actually not too hard. It's kind of fun using a protractor and drawing your angles. So today what you are going to do is you are going to practice drawing angles on the worksheet. So you will need your protractor, you'll need a pencil, and then you'll need to print out that worksheet today. Have fun doing it. And I would even say, maybe when you take the picture of your work, take the picture of your work like this, where you have maybe one picture like this with it all done, and then another picture for me showing how it matches up there. That would be awesome if you could do that. Have fun. This is fun. It's a little tricky, but I think you can do it. Have a great day.